The scene that unfolded last night left millions of ARMY speechless. JIN, known for his calm and composed demeanor, was visibly in tears as Jungkook held him in a tight embrace. This unexpected moment, captured by several fans at the airport, has fueled a storm of speculation. What decision is HYBE about to make that would push two of BTS's most iconic members into such an emotional state? What shocked everyone even more was the timing. Hours before the emotional encounter, rumors began to circulate that a major change involving Jungkook's status within HYBE was imminent. The hug between JIN and Jungkook did not look casual. It carried a weight that felt final, almost like a farewell. Fans who witnessed it reported that JIN seemed to whisper something to Jungkook before turning away, his eyes visibly red. The footage quickly went viral, triggering a wave of panic, sadness, and speculation across social media platforms worldwide. The tension surrounding HYBE's internal decisions has been growing over the past few weeks, with fans carefully monitoring every appearance, every schedule update, and every interaction between the members. For JIN to openly cry in public, something that rarely happens, adds a new layer of urgency. This is not just another emotional airport moment. This appears to be connected to something larger, something that may affect the future of BTS as a whole. Observers point out that JIN has been a pillar of strength for the group, especially during turbulent moments. His tears, therefore, are not taken lightly. The embrace with Jungkook lasted several seconds, long enough for fans to capture high-resolution photos showing the emotional gravity on both their faces. Jungkook, usually known for his ability to mask emotions in public, looked somber and distant after the hug. The incident has reignited debates within ARMY about how much pressure the members are under and whether HYBE's upcoming decisions could disrupt the delicate balance of BTS's activities. For months, fans have speculated about solo projects, group schedules, and contractual changes. The timing of this moment, just before reports of a possible change in Jungkook's professional path, makes it hard to dismiss as coincidence. Fans who were present described the atmosphere as tense and silent, with people holding their breath as the two stars shared what felt like a deeply personal moment. Some said they saw staff members standing close by, appearing concerned but refraining from interfering. The fact that such an emotional display happened in such a public setting is unusual and has intensified the sense of urgency. What makes this situation even more gripping is the fact that neither JIN nor Jungkook has made any public statement about what happened. This silence has allowed speculation to spiral, with theories ranging from Jungkook taking an indefinite break from group activities to a drastic shift in BTS's current structure. Every frame of the footage is now being analyzed by fans. Jin's hand placement, Jungkook's expression, even the subtle gestures exchanged between them. Psychologists who study celebrity culture have noted that such moments often carry immense weight for fans because BTS has always been seen as more than just a music group. They represent hope, resilience, and emotional connection for millions. Seeing JIN cry and Jungkook console him, without any explanation, triggers a collective emotional response that feels personal. Social media exploded within minutes of the videos being posted. The phrase JIN and Jungkook began trending globally, followed by HYBE decision and Protect BTS. Fans flooded timelines with messages of support, pleading for transparency and reassuring the members that they will stand by them no matter what. The emotional intensity of the online reaction mirrors the in-person scene, creating a wave of solidarity across continents. Industry insiders have hinted that a major announcement from HYBE is expected soon, though no specifics have been provided. This has only heightened the tension, as fans brace for what could be a defining moment in BTS's history. The hug between JIN and Jungkook has now become a symbol, a single, silent image that represents an entire storm of questions. Is this goodbye? Is this a warning? Or is this the beginning of a new chapter? Whatever the case, ARMY has made one thing clear. They are not ready to let go. Online petitions, emotional posts, and trending hashtags all demand clarity, not just for the fans' peace of mind, but to protect the emotional well-being of the members themselves. The coming days will be critical. Every movement, every word from HYBE or BTS will be dissected and debated. For now, what remains is that haunting image, Jin's tear-streaked face pressed against Jungkook's shoulder, as if clinging to the last moments of something precious. Until an official announcement is made, speculation will continue to grow, and ARMY will remain on edge. One thing is certain. The emotional weight of this moment will not be forgotten, and the decision that follows will shape not just BTS's future, but the collective heart of millions who call themselves ARMY. The intensity of this incident has pushed the global fandom into a state of emotional overdrive, but this is precisely the moment where caution becomes essential. When a single hug, a single tear, can ignite millions of reactions online, we must pause and ask, are we witnessing an authentic emotional exchange, or are we being pulled into a narrative crafted to generate shock, sympathy, and engagement? Are we reacting to truth, or to a carefully timed performance designed to keep BTS at the center of the cultural conversation? Consider the speed at which these videos spread. Within minutes, clips of JIN and Jungkook's embrace appeared on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. Millions of views were accumulated within hours, accompanied by captions that ranged from BTS in crisis to Jungkook leaving HYBE confirmed. But is any of this confirmed? Are we relying on verified facts, or are we allowing uncontextualized images to dictate our emotions? This raises another critical question. Who benefits from this narrative? Does HYBE stand to gain from a wave of public sympathy and renewed global focus on BTS? Or could this be a fan-driven exaggeration, where selective angles and emotional captions create a storm that did not exist in reality? In a digital era where virality is currency, is it possible that even the most private moments are amplified and reframed to fuel public interest? We must also examine our own participation as audiences. Why are we so quick to believe that tears equal tragedy? Could Jin's emotional moment have been unrelated to any corporate decision, yet repurposed by social media into a symbol of crisis? Do we risk turning human vulnerability into clickbait? And if so, what does that say about the relationship between artists and their fandoms? Every frame, every gesture, every glance has now been slowed down and dissected by thousands of fan accounts, each offering their interpretation. But does this crowdsourced analysis bring us closer to the truth, or does it simply reinforce the narrative that fans want to believe? Are we collectively writing a story that the members themselves have not told? Skepticism is not cynicism. It is a necessary defense against misinformation. The fact that this moment was captured and circulated does not automatically make it evidence of a deeper crisis. Until there is clear, verifiable information, it remains speculation. Do we, as consumers of this story, have the discipline to wait for facts before forming conclusions? Or have we grown addicted to the adrenaline rush of online drama? Needing constant updates regardless of their accuracy, there is also an ethical dimension to consider. When private moments become public, what responsibility do we bear as witnesses? Do we have the right to demand explanations from JIN or Jungkook simply because we saw them cry and hug in a public space? Are we crossing the line between being supporters and being intruders into their emotional lives? The challenge here is not only about verifying facts, but about resisting emotional manipulation. Whether this moment turns out to be a precursor to a major HYBE announcement or simply a personal exchange unrelated to business, it has already shaped global discourse. But must we let our emotions be the primary driver of our understanding, or should we demand more transparency, more clarity, before deciding what this moment really means? Perhaps the most uncomfortable question of all is this: do we secretly crave these moments of crisis because they make us feel closer to the artists we love? When we see JIN cry, we cry with him. But do we also unconsciously enjoy the intimacy of witnessing vulnerability, turning it into a shared global event? Does our emotional reaction, multiplied by millions, pressure these artists to keep giving us more of these moments, even at the cost of their privacy? As this story continues to evolve, we must remain vigilant. The images we have seen are powerful, but they are also incomplete. The narrative we are being fed may not be the whole picture. And so, we must ask ourselves again, are we willing to suspend judgment, to resist the urge to spread unverified claims, and to engage with this event responsibly? Or are we content to be swept away by the tide of virality? Regardless of where it leads, this is the moment for ARMY and the wider public to reflect. The incident has touched a nerve, but what we do with that emotional energy will define how this story is remembered. Will we turn this into another cycle of online hysteria, or will we rise above the noise and demand facts, context, and respect for the people involved? Until concrete information is released, this remains a moment suspended in uncertainty. It is a mirror held up to the fandom, asking difficult questions about trust, accountability, and the power of collective emotion. And perhaps that is the real story here. Not just what happened between JIN and Jungkook, but what happens next in the minds, hearts, and timelines of millions watching around the world.